So, you want to be a VTuber, huh? I got just the thing for you. Welcome one, welcome all to the VTuber presentation. I am your host, Rensei Yi, and I am going to teach you how to become a VTuber. Let's jump right into it. Do you want to be a VTuber? That is a question you must ask yourself. And you must ask yourself, why? Why do you want to be a VTuber? Some want to do it for the money and the honeys. Some do it for fun. Some want to work on a skill, like me. One of the things I was working on is how to talk and speak. And some just want to make friends or need friends. Some want world domination. So you got to decide why you want to be a VTuber in the first place. One of the reasons why I wanted to be a VTuber was because one, I wanted to stream, but I also wanted to keep my privacy. So one of the easier ways to do that was becoming a VTuber. I could have gone faceless, but I thought that was too boring. So it's like, okay, let's do a VTuber model. And this is actually not my first model. This is my third or fourth model. Now, there's also a different type of VTubers too, right? You have 2D VTubers, you have PNG tubers, you have 3D VTubers also. My original model, my first and second model were like something I created. I put together on like Vroid Studio by myself. Budget $0. 310A was like the app I used. Free! 2D models, they're a little bit more on the expensive side. Some of them can go up to like a couple $1,000s, I'm just saying. And you could also get, I know there's some sites that have like pre-made VTuber models that people sell, but I don't know. I feel like the custom models is the way to go if you're going into the VTube thing. But to each their own. What do you need to be a VTuber? So a couple of things. You need a VTuber model and someone to rig it. So if you're doing a 2D model or a PNG model, you need the model itself, so like the art of it, and then you need someone to rig it. The VTuber model itself, the way you make it, it's a little complicated. You have to have people that are specifically into VTuber model art to make that for you. And then the person that rigs it puts it together and gives it all these movements. So that's how you do a 2D model. A PNG model, I'm pretty sure, is similar. I'm not 100% sure. I never had a PNG model, so I can't really tell you. I'd say the 3D model is one of the easier ways to do it, is using Vroid Studio. You make the model yourself and then use an app called like 310A to have the model move and do all this stuff. You also need a webcam or phone to capture like your face and your movements. For me, because I am using a 2D model, I'm using VTube Studio on my iPhone. I tried it on my webcam, but it's not as good. I'd say if you're doing a 2D model, iPhone and VTube Studio, you're set. Software. So the software, like I said, is VTube Studio. If you're using a 3D model, use 310A. I believe that both of them are on Steam. There are other ones too that you just could Google, find it. Also, you need a mic, a good working mic. You also need to make sure the mic is set up properly, otherwise your audio will suck. Two mics that I will recommend that I used myself was the Wave 3 mic from Elgato, kind of expensive side. And also I used a Beacon mic, which it's more like a boomy podcasting mic. Works well, but eventually it stopped working, so that's why I'm not using it now. Other mics I can recommend, if especially if you just like want a budget mic that to start off, use a Blue Yeti. Everyone uses a Blue Yeti. Blue Yetis sound really well. There are other mics you can look into, like the Shure SMB, but they're like $500. I would not spend $500 if you're just getting into VTubing. But yeah, get a decent mic, perfect your audio. You also need a PC to run your VTuber model, plus all the apps in the background. Plus, if you're playing games, it's very taxing on your PC. So you need a pretty decent PC to run all this stuff. So there's the VTuber app. There's OBS to capture everything and send it to the streaming platform. And if there's a game, that too. Now, where do you want to start? So now that it's 2024, there's so many different options. Here's a few of them. We have YouTube, Twitch, Kick, TikTok, Facebook. I know there's live streaming on Instagram, never checked it out. So I wouldn't I wouldn't try that. The ones I would stick to are probably the big three right now is YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. I think either way, if you have a Kick or a Twitch, you should still have a YouTube. YouTube is where you will grow. How do you grow? First, you want to make videos. Definitely make videos. Make videos. You could post on TikTok. You could post on YouTube, but that's where your growth is gonna mainly come from. You'll get views on Twitch here and there. It's very rare for someone to just like stumble across your Twitch channel or your Kick channel, especially when there's like thousands upon thousands of other channels you have to scroll past to find like a one viewer Andy. But yeah, usually your growth will come from YouTube. It could come from YouTube Shorts. It could come from TikTok. That's where a lot of the discoverability comes from. You also want to practice on your talking and your storytelling for sure, because if you're streaming, this is also for streaming, not just for VTubing. If you're streaming and someone comes to your channel, like someone stumbles across your channel and this is what they hear for the next 10 minutes, they're not going to stay for too long. So you want to practice just telling stories. It could be stuff about your day. Maybe it's stuff about like your what you like. It could be about world events. I personally stay away from like stuff that's too serious, but to each their own. You could pick what you want to speak about and make some bullet points about it. Also, definitely, you have to have fun. If you're not having fun while doing this, people that are watching you can tell. If I come on stream every day and I'm just like, oh, I gotta do this again, no one's gonna watch you. You're shooting yourself in the foot. Definitely have fun and also be patient. Growth takes time. It just takes time for like a video or your channel to pop off. So be patient. Now, when all of these fail, you just go to step 5, which is do a face reveal, and then you get more viewers.
Oh my God!
That's what happens all the time. Yeah. That's what actually happens. That's what actually happens. And that is how to become a VTuber. Thank you, and have a great day. Step 5, when all else fails, just do a face reveal and you'll draw in all the viewers. Just like in the last video.